Alright, I remembered to shut off the music this time. Let's go. Let's go. Turn my camera on here. Hope everyone's doing well. What's going on, Wookie? How's it going, Sonny Kim? Alright. We're going to be doing some fly time. Hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Give me a second. I'm going to get some music going for myself. Fly tying and music go hand in hand for me, so. Chilling, gaming. Nice. What are you gaming? I've been playing that Arena Breakout Infinite, which is like a competitor to Tarkov, and I gotta say I love it. It's my sort of game. It's a lot more streamlined, which I like. Hey, Gabe. How you doing? Ooh, Conqueror's Blade. Okay, very cool. Some like strategy stuff. Get some buddy going. Get a mix. All right. Oh. It's a little sensitive. I'm not trying to get copy striked. All right. So, first things first, I have to tie Squimpish, 2 Squimpish hollows for a customer of mine. I won't be able to catch these streams when I get home. I guess that's one benefit to being over there, huh? So check these out, by the way. I got these double barrel howitzer heads or whatever, or the double barrel heads, big popper heads. So I want to tie a popper version for myself and then a slider version when we're done. I have 2 Squimpish hollows I need to tie for a customer of mine who's going to Montauk next weekend. So let me zoom in here. All right. We got our Danville flat wax nylon 210 denier, of course. And we're going to go with some natural material for the tail. A little bit of bucktail and then probably some hackle. And then we'll tie some pretty much all Squimpish hollow ties. Oh, first things first, we got to put a little lead keel in here. Sadati Slammer style. Just kind of help the fly sink evenly and stuff. You don't have to do this with Squimpish hollows, but I like to, especially when people are fishing off boats and stuff. Just big flies in general. Even though these are just 6-ods and we've been tying monsters recently. I would like to tie a smaller beast fly too, like 6 inches or something like that. Okay, you know what? Let's just do both of these hooks and then I can wash my hands and get this lead off there. No ambient today. No. I forgot. That's just stuff for the start. I used to play music during the stream and stuff, but I just play copyrighted music in my headphones now. Also because I think sometimes it was just getting distracting, and those are songs that I've made. I need to make like 30 more songs if I'm going to do that, you know? So you get the almost like ASMR now. No. I know. This time I was like, okay, shut off music at the start. Check. Let's make sure we check that off. It's part of the checklist now. Also, let me know if the microphone is ever too loud or something, or this or that. Or if it's not right because I'm not monitoring it like I usually do. It was too much with two headphones. I had like two different types of headphones going on. And I was like, all right. I think the mic settings are pretty solid now after years. So just let me know, though, if there's ever an issue. Because I'm not monitoring it. You bought a bunch of saltwater fly supplies? Nice. Welcome to the club. We're going to have to see what you whip up in the Discord. For sure. All right, let me wash my hands real quick. Going white girl status tonight. I'm drinking White Claws. Those Guinnesses, I think I've been wrecking my, giving me a little bit of a beer belly, so. Oh, you ordered from saltwaterflies.com? Nice. Yeah, I've been ordering from there, Gabe, since I was a young kid back in the late 90s. Used to have a bumper sticker that they had called Got Backing. It was like the Got Milk campaign. Because that was like, just shows you how old it was. That was when that was popular. Alright, we're going with some Launer Hackle here. Probably tent it. We could go flat wind style, but go with a couple different lengths. And we got the stiff part of the hackle here, so it's not going to foul, hopefully. Probably go with like 4 feathers on each one. That's why I have this hackle. Let's just pull some hackle off of here. I'm just going to go with white because for the most of the body it's going to be white and stuff. Yeah, they do. I was like, let me take a little bit of a break. Yo, what's going on, Milkshake? How you doing? What's up? That they do. Let's go with a little bit more bucktail for support. And you can see I'm tying them at a slight angle, almost like up, but... Hey, what's going on, Daily Market? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Sorry, newbie questions by the boatload for me? No, keep them coming. That's what we're here for, Wookie. Give me that chat interaction. Give me those analytics. What kind of hackles is that, by the way? Yeah, these are Ewing... Oh, no, this is... Whiting, no, what was it? This might be the, what's the name I'm thinking of, Doc? The main company that sells fly tying material. God, it's blanking on me. Let me look for the packaging. I forgot what it's... Oh, it's hairline. They're hairline saddle hackles. Here we go. I'll show you exactly one. It's the hairline flat wing hackles or something. Yes, thank you, Archer. Hairline. Yo, Archer! Fast Archer. Dude, long time no see. How you doing, man? It's good to see you again, by the way. Is this from Hairline? No, this is actually from Waspy. I'm sorry. It's the Ewing half saddle in white. This is what I get from Whitewater. Which is, by the way, pretty pricey. But essentially what it is they take a saddle patch and they cut it in half. So this is what I like to call flat wing hackle. Where it's not too skinny like it's, what do you call it? Where it's like dry fly hackle, but it's thick enough and long enough to where you can tie saltwater stuff with it, so. I'm sorry, it wasn't Hairline, it's Ewing half saddles from Waspy. You could probably find them on websites. Very long time. Hell yeah. How you been, Archer? I hope everything's been good. Yeah, I pretty much had a little bit of a hiatus from streaming and stuff because I started doing a lot of different stuff. But now we're back to it. So, and I'm fly tying full time. So we'll be around. Hopefully we'll see you around. Pretty much fly tying streams and fishing streams every day. So that's what we're shooting for. But yeah, I'm tying these at an angle like this. This is what we learned from giant trevally fishing. It's just much less likely to foul. Well, I didn't fish for them, but I tied flies for GT fishers, and that's what I've learned. So a little tip, pro tip. That'd be a cape from the front of the chicken's breast area. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, you saw those fly clip, Doc? What do you think of them? I think they look like the same thing. It's from Rio, so it's definitely made for fly fishing. They're like the same thing as those mustads, essentially. But I think they'll work. They look like they'll work. We'll see. I honestly think I just had bad luck with that thing breaking yesterday. But I was talking to the owner of the local tackle shop in Whitewater, and these seem to be a little bit more appropriate for fly fishing. So. 25-pound rating. We'll see. They're a little funky to get on certain flies, like the pop lip, for instance, just inherently due to the way the lip and stuff is, but so we'll see how it is. We're going with fly clips, by the way, which is something I've never done before, but essentially like quick connector clips for the hook eye. Again, I don't usually use stuff like that, but we've been experimenting, especially because I've been doing a lot of nighttime fishing. I just hate having to tie loop knots over and over. Essentially like the same thing. Yeah. It's definitely not a flat wing hackle, for sure. And we'll just go ahead and... So that's a little bit of flash on there. Very nice. With some hackle to support it. And now we can tie some... What do you call it? Some squimpish hair. And again, I don't have bucktail that's 7-8 inches long that's white. So this is where squimpish hair comes in great. Gotta pop this super glue open. All right. Just put a little bit of that on there. We're gonna need super glue for this, so. Actually, where's my little piece of paper I've been using to dry off the super glue? Try not to get super glue on my fingers. I hate it. Used to do that for years. All right. We got some white hair here. We're going to be using mostly white for the majority of the fly, and then can mix in some kind of silvery grays too as well. I got some nice flash here blended. So we're gonna get lengths here. Now again, we're gonna definitely taper it. Good thing about Squimpish hair is you can cut it in half, fold it, and taper it, so you don't waste a lot of it. And then even if you do, you can take it from the wastebasket and tie with it as well. So that's really something like that, and that's looking good. And sometimes, generally I like to just tie a regular collar first, which I think we're gonna do. That's usually what I do. So I'll stick to the recipe. You can just straight up start hollow tying it right off the bat. I like to get I think this gives us a nice taper, so. Now this we can probably just, some of the hairs are long, so I'll take these, fold them in half, and then cut them like that. And taper it, and now we're good. Now I don't want the hackle to be like drowning in Squimpish hair. I want that hackle to stick out, so we'll cut it like that. At least it'll leave an inch and a half of the hackle sticking out so it can kind of dance around in the current. I'm just using my thumbnail to kind of spread it around so it's even 360 degrees around. As you see, when I work with synthetic materials like this, having a brush like this is invaluable. So we'll take some super glue here and put that on either sides. Dude, more fucking lawnmower shit. Never stops. Pardon my French. Excuse me. Every stream, there's somebody lawnmowing or weed whacking. Never ends. It's crazy. I've been thinking about tying some pop lips for a saltwater trip I have coming up. Any tips on tying them? Yeah, I've been tying a lot recently. If you'd like, we can attempt to tie one later. I don't know about putting the silicone on it. Well, we could. It's kind of a process. But the main thing, are you going with ram's wool or what, Archer, for the body? The main thing you want to do is you want to make the lip larger than it should be, width and height, so you can trim it on the water. The other thing is you want the lip to be thin, not too much silicone, not too much material. So it's the right amount of material to where you cover the whole thing, but you want it to flex. The lip needs to flex. Yeah, I use wool for all of mine. So like for instance, this is a weedless bend back silicone fly, which is a pop lip without a lip, but on a bend back hook, because I was tying this up. This might be a fun video to make. So what this ram's wool is, what you need to do is you're going to tie your ram's wool like you would deer hair that you're spinning, where you put it in around the whole thing, right? The first one's going to be lawn, and it's going to have a short tag on the on here. So that's the most of the material will be on the back, lawner, and then you'll tie it and there'll be a short tag. Every tie after that, you're going to tie in the middle. So half the material will be here, half of the material will be there. It's 360 degrees. And you trim the tips. So you have the ram's wool, you've pulled it off the thing like this. This needs to be brushed out. But you trim the tips so it's flush. Then you tie it in the middle, you fold it. And what you do is you pack it as tight as you can. Then you take your bodkin, and this is in between each tie. This is what I found to get the best results. Then you take your bodkin and you poke and you stick it and you go all the way around 360 degrees and you poke it out to where you essentially make sure the ram's wool isn't like folded on itself, to where when you trim it you'll have these gaps and unevenness. So the way to get the like cleanest body you can and no gaps and stuff like that when trimming this is that you have to stack it as tight as you can, trim the tips, and then poke it with the bodkin 360 degrees in between each tie. And then you coat it in silicone. What you do is you start silicone without any, photo flow, and you just dab it and you kind of push it into the material, and it's going to go and like create like a millimeter or two thick coating of silicone. So you just kind of pat it dry, and then you can work your way back. And you want to do this when your finger's dry and not covered in photo flow. I learned this from grammar, but you can then kind of work your way back and transition to where you kind of just lightly dab where the ram's wool meets, like a little bit before where it meets the bucktail. So you can kind of like get the a clean coating towards the back. Then what you do is, you do your lip as well without photo flow, and you smooth it all out. Then you take photo flow and a little bit more silicone, put your eyes on, and then you smooth the whole thing out without going too far back, because when you smooth it out back here, it can kind of congeal and stick together. I don't know. It's tricky. It's really tough. I'm going to have to make a video, but a good video to look at is, in the meanwhile, is Gunnar Brammer's video on it. So he does a good job of explaining it. But he doesn't use ram's wool. He uses synthetic material. So I'm going to be making a video on the traditional pop lip here soon. I've been tying quite a lot of them recently. So I've been trying to make sure that, I fully, I can tie them to a certain level before I make a video on it. Because it's been a while since I've really tied a lot of them. Yeah. Do you have Pop Flies, the original book? Because that's going to be the biggest thing. He really just fully details on how to do it. I mean, it's going to take experience, but... it's really tough. Just go for it and, like, kind of try it out, I have one on the fly rod right now. You can look in the Discord. There's a photo of it if you want an idea of the most recent one. When we take a break, I'll go downstairs. I have a jumbo one I tied that's like absolutely perfect. Minus a few details, but it's one of the better ones I've ever tied, so I'll show you what it looks like. I did buy hooks specifically for tying pop flies, smaller ones, pop lips. These size 2 Bob Clouser hooks, because you need a deep enough gap. What happens is the lip can't go past the hook gap. So that if the lip comes down below the hook gap, then it's not going to swim right. And what's going to happen is the lip is too buoyant because of the silicone, and it's going to flip. So you need a heavy weight hook that's heavy enough to keel it. You can also add lead in the back here to help keel it and stuff like that, or lead on the bottom, but I try not to mess with that. So I got these Bob Clouser Arex size 2-aughts because they're smaller 2-rod hooks and not 4-rods, which are tough to cast on like an 8-weight, but they have a big hook gap, so I can put a lip on there and I won't need to restrict myself to like teeny lips, because then you lose a lot of action. If your lip is too wide and not deep enough, you don't really get a lot of action. If the lip is too thin in terms of width, you're not going to get a ton of action. So you want the lip on a pop lip to stick out, about a quarter width of the entire body on either side, and then you trim it, and you want it to be deeper than the hook gap when you start, and then you trim it on the water. I think we're going to go do a fishing stream later, and if you tune in, Archer, I have a brand new pop lip that I rough trimmed, and then we're going to stick it in the water and then trim it. And I made sure to leave it bigger than it should be, because we're going to trim it on the water. That's the only way to make it. You have to test each one personally. Yeah, I mean, just for reference, I'll show you, because I was literally tying a pop lip. I just tied one a couple days off stream. But here. By the way, at quick glance, where's the fly? You can kind of see it because it's right there. But there's a fly right there. There's a fly right there. There's a fly right there. Those are bay anchovies, by the way. So for instance, pop lips. All about how to fish them and stuff like that. This is the main stuff here on picking out the body of the ram's wool. Alright, and then to trim it, you have to pack it and stuff like that. I'm not going to show you guys everything because you should buy Bob Popovich's book, but making the lip here, you can see when you tie the lip, you tie it in the front and it hangs over a little bit off the back. And then you trim the lip and you trim behind it. You want a little bit of backing behind the lip, but you trim it then, and you can see how you're trying to form it and then shape it after. The main thing is the finished lip. Bob Popovich's obviously beautiful, but check out the lip, for instance, right here on this full dressed one. You see what I mean? And the lip's flexible. The lip needs to be flexible. It can't be too stiff. If it also has too much silicone on it, then it's going to have a tendency to turn and not swim right. So it's literally probably the hardest fly you'll ever tie in your life. And ever trying to get like perfect and swim perfectly like a crankbait. You're always going to screw it up in some way. I think personally it's one of the harder flies to tie in saltwater. To like master it. You can tie one. But even to tie a basic one that swims properly, you have to like really have a good understanding of how to manipulate the materials. So, it's a challenge, but go for it. I've been tying the crap out of them recently. Maybe we'll tie a pink one. So one thing I wanted to try, for instance, was using EP fiber instead of ram's wool. So I bought some of this Sculptify 3D in pink because I want to do an all pink version for Weakfish in 2-aughs. That's the whole reason I bought those 2-aught hooks, is for smaller Weakfish pop lips. So, maybe we'll do one of those. But I do want to tie one of these giant poppers because I want to go fish a popper tonight. One of these big double barrel popper heads. You think clousers are harder? Well, yeah, true. Believe me, I tie commercial clousers all the time, and I'm like, damn, bro. It's sometimes the simplest flies are the hardest to master. You are right. There is some truth to that. That's just a hipster answer, though. Get out of here with that. I've never used the double barrels, so I got the jumbo ones. So I think we're going to try it out. I want to tie a slider version and like American eel, and then I want to tie a popper version, like a herring or bunker. All right. Let's fold this back. Good. By the way, I hope everyone's doing well. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's having a great start to their weekend. I'm definitely going to be doing some fishing this weekend. The problem is my back is still kind of screwed up from, I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. It's still like on the borderline of being screwed up, so it's still hurting. So I'd like to go do some fishing. Apparently all the fish are being on the beach from what it looks like. But the thought of walking like a mile or two down the beach in my waders with my back right now does not seem like a plausible thing, so. Now, Squimpish hollows, we actually use a little bit of super glue on there. It's almost sacrilegious, but David Nelson showed me it, and God, I love it. Just right on the, right where the material bends back a little bit. Just like that. Just to help stiffen it up slightly and keep its shape. You can kind of manipulate the shape. And now we could probably use some of this stuff with the angel hair mixed in, which is really nice. So we're gonna get about 2 more collars, or yeah, 2 more collars after this. So these are gonna be a little bit sparser. What material is this? Squimpish hair. If you type !Squimpish, it should be in the chat. It'll pull up a link, and if you use Li Flies Mike, you get 15% off. I don't get any money or anything from them. I'm just buddies with the owner, so he's a nice guy, and I like their material. He sends me some material every once in a while, but yeah, David Nelson is based out of New York in upstate, and he's a very well-known and renowned saltwater fly tyer. And this material is great. It's a great alternative to tying big bucktail flies, because getting high-quality large bucktail, like you saw me tying those beast flies with, is not easy. I went to a local fly or tackle shop today that has a great fly tying selection, and I couldn't find a single bucktail out of like about 50 bucktails for hollow flies. So it's tough at times finding good quality bucktail. There you go. Thank you, Duck. Again, we want to keep it pretty sparse. All right, looking good. Oh, my back though. Whew. What did I drop? I heard something fall. Oh, I think I dropped the hook somewhere. Oh, no. It's part of an articulated shank. That's what it is. Oh, woo. God, my back. God damn. Fulling mill bucktail? No, I haven't. A lot of the bucktails from hairline dubbing that they get locally, but the best bucktails I bought recently have all been from saltwaterflies.com, so not every single one will be hollow fly material, but Chris does at times get some nice bucktail, so there's different places you can get like really nice quality bucktail, but I usually try and just scour for some at the local shop. They're rabbit CDC and a deer hair. It all seems very good quality, but I haven't said much for the bucktail. Yeah, I don't know if I've seen fulling mill bucktail in person, so I didn't really leave myself as much room as I wanted, but whew, my back. All right, there should be some nice olive hair here. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Some of this olive. We're gonna do a bunker and a herring, but this one's gonna be a bunker. Just grab some of these caramels and olives and stuff like that. Cariata Orvis. Interesting. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen it in person. Yeah, like any bucktail, I think you just gotta look in person and look for the best ones. You know what I mean? Generally, how it works. Go ahead and get some of this Lawner orangey type hair in there as well. Got to add a little bit to the bottom here. I'm going to go with some of this kind of grayish color. Add a little bit of this gray. You sealed and you can't open it. You can only no. I don't like that. That's a big no for me. That's not my sort of bucktail. I like to fondle my bucktails before I buy them to make sure they're appropriate for my fly tying needs. Yep, no touchy. I had someone tell me that someone went into a fly store somewhere. I forgot who it was, maybe AR or somebody, and they got like yelled at for opening the bucktail bags. They weren't sealed, they were regular ones. They're like, "Hey, what are you doing? You can't look at those." I was like, never go back to that fly shop. No serious fly shop in the world would ever tell somebody they can't like open a bag of hackle or bucktail to look at it. And if they are, then they're probably not serious about fly fishing or fly tying. Because a lot of the packaging, you can open it up and inspect it, you know. Nope, it's gone. Craggerall got rid of it. No more of that. That was something one of my mods, like not a teenager, but like a 19-year-old kid that was my mod made, Microvert, that was trolling me. No more of that sniffing ponytail bullshit, whatever the hell it was. Part of my French, but some weird stuff. Sorry, get wrecked. Get wrecked. Oh, from Amazon? Oh my god. Yeah, good luck. Who knows what the hell you're gonna get bucktails from Amazon. It might not be half bad, or it might be like the worst stuff you've ever seen in your life, but I don't know. Good luck. I have no idea. I've never bought fly time material from Amazon. Yeah, God only if it's like sealed, like, or if it's like a packaging from like a reputable brand, that's one thing. But if it's like a, who the hell knows? It could just be like, you know, a lot of stuff on Amazon is like resaled, you know, so might not be half bad. I'm just picturing like some crazy Chinese bucktail or something. All the materials you've ordered so far are from Amazon. Okay, interesting. Well, if you next time you order some saltwater fly time material, I recommend checking out saltwaterflies.com, because they're a smaller, almost like mom and pop style business. That they were one of the first places that had an online store, and pretty good prices and very good material, so, and selection. And that's who I order most of my material for. I do a lot of fly tying for them too, so, but I'm not sponsored by them or anything. Especially if you're getting saltwater fly tying material. Yeah, it should be fine. Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, just check them out. That's who I've been doing business with for years. I always recommend people over the years to saltwaterflies.com. A very good customer service too. You can always tell them I sent you. I think we're going to go with a little bit of orange up here. Yeah, there are a lot of people that have really nice bucktail, like musky fools or like different people. Brad Buzzy, a buzzfly. If you're looking for specialty bucktails in particular. Or people that specialize in larger bucktails and sourcing them. Little tight there in the front, but we got it. Nice. Looking good. And I'll tell you the good thing about Squimpish hair, it's much more durable than bucktail. So if there is bluefish around, you have a much higher chance of the fly surviving the day than a bucktail hollow, which will absolutely get destroyed in no time. Kind of open this up a little bit. I got compressed a little over here. There we go. All right, get some eyes on there. I'm happy with it. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Yeah, I still have my boat. I'm working to get it fixed up. Me and my dad are actually talking. We're probably going to try and get a newer truck together and split it. So we're going to get hopefully a pretty newer truck soon. I just got to work on fixing up my trailer and what do you call it? Getting that trim fixed. Oh God, dude, my back is like ridiculous. Waspy ostrich turtle? Ooh, very nice. Just for, yeah, the Bill's body braid is tough. It's a New England product. I think it's from Connecticut originally. So it's a very special, you know, it's like a specific type of body braid that's different from other materials. It's got a certain feel to it. Yeah, thank you, Wiki Posture Chick. Tie some bigger flies? Oh, yeah. Let's put some eyes on here. Oh, dude, my back is like shot right now. I don't know if I'm going fishing tonight. I really wanted to, but my back is like borderline gonna get thrown out or something. I don't know what happened. It could have been boat ride. I also think I slept just really messed up. I don't know, but I've been going fishing every night and doing this and that, so it's been pretty bad. So I should probably take it easy for one night and try to reset it, but It's like hard to sit here right now. I'm gonna need to get up and take a break here and stand around. All right, get some 3D eyes on there. Yeah, Twitch Primes are still a thing. There should be an option. What you do is when you go to sub, you scroll down. They make it really hard to see on the phone. And it says, there's like a little thing you could set. You can click use Prime sub. They like hide it. I don't know why. They're like trying to... Hopefully they're not trying to phase out Twitch Primes or something. They're straight up like hiding the Twitch Prime button. I do it on Android. I don't know if you can do it on iPhone though. What size eyes are those? These are 3/16. No, 3/8. 3/8 of an inch 3D eyes from Waspy. I don't like this brand. I like the eyes from saltwaterflies.com. He gets a different eye. These are a little shallow and the backs aren't as good, but they work. I just prefer the look of the other ones, the 3D look. And we always brush it after gluing it. I really want to go fishing though. I'm just like obsessed with fishing. Check it out. Bunker hollow fly from Squimpish. And we got some hackle in there as well. So that hackle's going to be dancing. This is for fishing off the coast of Long Island here on Montauk. Which Montauk is like prime time, huge fish spot. It's at the easterlymost point of Long Island on the South Shore where the entire water, the Atlantic rips around Long Island. It's like a giant rip. You got Shagwan Rip and all this. It's some of the best fishing in the entire area is in Montauk. All right, let's take a break. I'm going to stretch. Go downstairs, get some fresh air and stuff. I need to like seriously stretch for like a couple minutes, and then we gotta tie a herring as well. So I think low tide was at 5 o'clock. So ideally, if I do go fishing, it would be pretty late tonight. I don't even know if I'm gonna stream it. We'll see. Maybe I'll stream like the sunset for an hour or something, but. My back's like all fucked up. I know I should like, I'm like still like, well, I really should go fishing though. Southwest wind, 6 miles an hour. Could be good for top water. I'm addicted, dude. I'm addicted to fishing again. It's fucked. Straight up addicted again. All right. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. Let me just go with a little bit more. Right here. It just kind of helps stiffen it. It makes it a little bit more durable. All right. We'll be back in a moment. We'll tie a herring, and then what do we need to do? Potentially a pop lip, or no matter what, we have to tie a popper or slider today because I want to. It's top water season. So, all right. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go nowhere. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Stay tight, all right? Yeah, keep it tight. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Aiden. Knuckle buster. Are you good? Do you need me to do anything?
Yeah, I might need a ride. Yes.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna turn now.
gonna try and get on the bow.
Yeah, get on the bow. All right, you're doing good. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna move us away.
Is that a little one?
No, that's a nice one.
Let's go!
Come here, hold next to Allie. Good job.
That's sick.
All right. Nice.
Let's go! Albie slap!
Good job, dude.
Yee!
Looking down the barrel of a 12 gauge little toonie, bro. On the alligator too.
Oh my god, dude! What the fuck? Woohoo! Oh my god. Yep. Oh my god!
I gotta turn the boat so I can cast. Oh my god, dude! Alright, get back to catching him, Diego.
You can go on that. There's a shark.
Frigates!
Albie?
Frigates.
Frigate.
Whoa! Whoa! That's gotta be bluefin or something. Look at Hell yeah, dude. To grab a fish like that, to grab a fly like that, a big deceiver. Albie's in the rain on the half beaks. Damn. Good times. Good times. Oh, yeah, we'll get the boat out again at some point, believe me. She ain't going nowhere. Alright. You know what? We're skipping the herring hollow. My back's like shot. It's not as bad standing up, but sitting down, it's like, whew. I'm like, do I go fishing? I think I have to go fishing for a little bit at some point. It's like part of my nightly ritual, but I do want to tie this topwater fly. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go ahead and put all this Squimpish hair back. I've gotten all my material organized the other day. Check out all the different Squimpish hairs. This isn't even it, by the way. Squimpish hairs. Plus more Squimpish hairs that I bought over the years. Look at all the different colors and stuff. Eat your heart out, Craggle. Then we got EP fiber right here. This is craft fur and like synthetic or natural like yak. There's like Icelandic yak hair or something like that in there. Something. And we got Steve Farrar fiber in here. Oh no, I'm sorry. That was all synthetic material in there, but with some natural. No, that was all synthetic. This is the Icelandic yak and stuff like this, which I think I'm going to use some of this for this popper. All right. Oh, I don't know why sitting down is like not very comfortable at the moment, but unless I got a durry in my hand, you know what I'm talking about? All right, we're going to tie a giant popper. We're going to go with a loop off the back as well, which I've just learned, especially when tying lawn or hair off poppers like this. It helps with them fouling. So, let me just... It helps with them fouling. Oh. So, let me just... Oh. See, mic check, mic check. Is it working? Nope. Why isn't this... Mic check, mic check. Is it working? Nope. Why isn't this... Mic check, mic check. Is it working? These headphones not working.
YouTube Music Premium is an experience that gives you complete control of your music, so you can listen ad-free.
Is it because of the case or the headphones? What's going on here? Alright. I don't know. Why are you not working now all of a sudden? Hopefully, like, the port on this brand new phone isn't already getting screwed up from, okay, here we go. From, like, Saltwater or something, you know what I mean? Some of these phones really do not like being around saltwater. I put them through quite a lot of trials and tribulations. Okay. Let's tie this giant popper. I'm using this 4-rod Bob Clouser hook just because this is a pretty big popper. I feel like we have to. You know what I mean? And we're going for like a big bunker sort of thing. I don't know how you're supposed to do this. I'm going to ream it right through the middle. And go Bob's Banner style. Kind of like this. I don't want to go all the way yet. Just the tip. Alright. So we need a reference point of where this is going to sit at. It's actually going to sit probably... It's recessed, so we don't have to have it... but I want it sticking out a little bit probably. So really something like this. We'll just put like a little bump there so I know where to tie to. We don't really have a lot of room. That's why I think we should go with lawner material. instead of a bunch of ties. All right, first things first. I want to do a mono loop to prevent the material from fouling. But I think we should probably use some like 100-pound, honestly, huh? Yeah, something like this. And this just helps prevent the material from fouling off the back. And just doing something like that on the back can make a big difference on the material fouling or not. Just like that. Really not a lot of room, but that's all right. We do have some hackle here left over, so let's use some of that. Because we are going with natural material here. This is going to be definitely a little bit of a longer popper than most. This is kind of like I mean, it's a giant head. So I'm thinking like bunker almost or something. It's almost like a pencil popper or something. Like a big wooden popper they use for striped bass sort of deal. Big fish season, big flies. Big topwater flies, that is. Kind of tent that hackle like that. Almost wish I put a little bit more bucktail on there, but that's all right. I really like that DC Dodger setup, or like the pole dancer where they have the tube going into the back of the popper head. That's actually like my favorite setup out of everything. I gotta get more of those heads. I'm actually gonna go just a little bit on the bottom here, but just a little bit of bucktail. EP brush collar on yours? Yeah, nice. Right at the back there, I bet. We might do something like that. All right. Where was that big bag of that material that Oh, here it is. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Icelandic, like yak or ram or something. It's really big, long, natural hair. I forgot what it is, though. I honestly don't remember what this is. Some sort of Icelandic something. A little bit of white, a little bit of olive, and then some like dark brown or black. Yeah, I don't really remember what this stuff is. It's something Icelandic. It's like those big like muskox looking thing. Might be a muskox, honestly. I saw as I was like, oh, we gotta tie something cool with that. We could tie some really cool bunker flies and stuff with this. This is pre-getting all the synthetic materials. I picked this up when I was a kid. I've had this stuff forever. This is like a very similar material as well, this. You can go with a small amount of blue. And then black or something. I got this specifically, I think, to tie eel flies. This is like really great material to tie American eel flies, in my opinion. Just like that. And then, yeah, I guess a brush would be good. Of some sort, huh? I got 3-inch Foxy dubbing brushes from EP. Those will work. Because they're nice and long. Some red ones would be nice, but... Oh, dude, my back is like... That's annoying. Lawn hair goat? No, it's not a goat. I have goat hair, but this isn't goat. This is like a larger animal, I feel like. It's like a muskox or something almost. I remember when I bought it, it was something crazy. I bought it from a magazine or something. Okay, we still got room. We're just going to palmer a little bit of this and then be good. And then we'll brush it. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking. This is a popper now. I want to get a good amount of thread on there so it has something to bite onto with the super glue. Because it's not, you're supposed to use like a hook with a kink in it. All right, test fit. Okay. It's a little bit higher than I wanted, but I mean, it is kind of dead on in the center. I don't know where it's supposed to be, but it's not bad. That's why I went with a hook like this for a hook gap. I kind of want it sitting a little bit higher up. Should be alright like that, I think. I think that should swim okay, right? Sitting right in the middle. Like that. I almost kind of wish it was sitting a little bit lower, but... Seems like it wants me to have it sit like that. That works. I think I should tie a little bit of material on that bare spots with just the thread to like put a little hump there in the middle of some bucktail or something, or like some of this hackle, you know what I mean? You'll see what I'm talking about here. kind of replicating that little hump on those popper hooks. Set that with some super glue. Should be good. Should be all right. Nice big hook gap as well. Do they want me to put 3D eyes in here? It's kind of what it looks like, honestly. Looks like they want me to put some 3D eyes in here. And you know what? I kind of like it. I'm thinking some of these. Yeah, that should work. That's a little small, though. I think we can go larger. Do I have anything in between, though? I don't know. These are too big, right? Yeah, those look too big to me. What about these? What are these? Those are kind of like same thing. We'll just use these. Yeah, I'm going to color the head. I think I have some markers or something I can use. We'll see. If not, I do have acrylic paint for miniatures. We could paint it like it's a miniature. I did that to a popper head recently. I don't have the airbrush over here, but... Oh, these are actually like the perfect size, I guess. Okay, cool. All right. That works. Oh, my back. Sheesh. All right. Where do I have those markers? I know I have like a really nice marker I bought. I have no idea where the hell it is. Is it in here? Oh. I think I know. Is it in here? No, it's not, but we do have some nice colors to work with. It's one of those really expensive ones I got, but it might be in here. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. Yeah, one of these bad boys. And then I guess we coat it with like head cement or something? I don't know. Or am I supposed to coat it with like epoxy or something? For any of you folks that have experience with this. I'm gonna go with orange on the lip here. I feel like a little pink. On the side there. Little dark blue right on the back. This is more just for us than the fish, but this is fun, right? This is more like just coloring right now than it is for the fish, I think, but personally. La-di-da-di-da. I'm like eating dino nuggies. I tell you what, though, it does look pretty sick. Kind of do some orange for the gills, if you will. Does actually look pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. Red to accent the gills. Or accentuate it. Accentuate it. Barely speak. And maybe a little bit of yellow underneath the pink. To blend it in. Like that. All right. Holy Sharpies. Now, how do we coat it is the question. Last but not least, though, we got to do this. Excuse me. You got to hit it with the black spot right behind the gill plate, like a bunker, and then a little bit of dark black on top. All right, coloring book time is over. How do we coat the head is the question. Do we hit it with head cement, or do we put like resin on there or something? What do we do for the head? I'm not familiar. It says you can coat it. Clear coat it, paint it, or keep it simple and fish as is. I guess we could just leave it as is, but... Some Loon hard cement? Yeah. Use thin resin. Let's try some of the head cement. Hopefully it doesn't... The thing is, though, is it going to get my bodkin covered in... is it going to mix in with the colors? I need to add some thinner to this. For sure. It's a little too thick at the moment. God, I always get this stuff all over. Can never pour it perfectly. Whew. God, that stuff stinks too. Oh yeah, it's way better. Yeah, thin down head cement seems pretty good. Because, you know, I use resin sometimes too, Fast Archer, but I don't know. It seems to... It's kind of a pain in the ass sometimes. It's like super sticky and stuff. Even coating it fully dry. I don't know. I don't know if I like resin as a coating to poppers as opposed to like old school epoxy or like a varnish. That's me personally. Even after like drying them in the sun and stuff, it has that resin feel. I'm like, it's kind of weird for me. Let's coat the whole thing with head cement. Screw it. Probably make it more durable in the long run. Hopefully this smooths out for the most part. Yeah, for sure. That totally works. Hard head clear as fire. Yeah. Yeah, either works for sure, resin or that. 100%. This is a nice looking popper though. Check it out. I went a little freestyle with the the colors, but with this like whatever this is, this Icelandic yak or It's not yak, but Icelandic like muskox or sheep or cow or something. I have no idea what it is. We got that loop on there too, mono loop, so hopefully this lawn material doesn't foul on us. All right. Nice. That's looking good. We'll let this dry for a sec. We should tie a slider version now. Where's that pack? Yeah, I want to tie a slider version. Or you know what? I guess we could... it's going to kind of be... Well, it really won't take much time. I'm not going to silicone it, but you know what? Just for you, Fast Archer, for your re-arrival after a long time. Let's get the like pop lip tied, essentially. I've never done it with EP fiber, so this is different than ram's wool. So this is an experiment, but we're going to try it. So... We still have a little bit of time before I want to go fishing. Might need to take a quick stretch break though. Yeah, I am going to tie a slider version of these poppers. You know what I mean? Where the head's the opposite way. Like that, and then have a like American eel profile is what I'm thinking. I think would be a really... great nighttime fly with like black and purple and white and yellow and stuff. So I would like to do that. But I would like to tie a pop lip as well. All right. Yeah, let me take a quick little break here. I just got to stretch my back out. My back is like shot today, so just bear with me. We'll tie a Squimpish hollow here in a sec. I'm just going to stretch my legs and go get some fresh air real quick. I'll be back in 2 seconds, all right? Or not 2 seconds, but give me like 2.5 minutes, all right? I'll see you folks in a sec. We're going to be using this Sculptifly EP fiber for some Squimpish hollows. Let me just go stretch my back out. All right, my bad. We're back. Okay. The goal is to tie smaller pop lip. And I want to try some EP fiber as a substitute for the head and the lip, so. Oh man, I want to go fishing so bad, but my back is like so screwed up. And I don't want to make it worse, so. Excuse me. I might just end up hanging out tonight. As much as I want to go fishing. And unfortunately, it's probably only going to get worse, so I need to be careful. Just let it heal up for a day or two. I don't know what happened. I think it combination of fishing early that one day and staying up all day and then going fishing again, and also then the next day I slept all screwed up. It doesn't take much to throw my back out. It's not fully thrown out, you know, it's like almost borderline, so I just got to be careful with it. Oh man, it's hot as hell. It's about time to get the AC going, I think, nowadays. But I'm like so it's better when I'm standing for some reason. So I am tempted to go fishing, just go stand up for a couple hours. Or like an hour or so, but I got to walk down there in the waders. I'm like, oh god. I don't know. I'm debating or not. We'll start with mostly white and then we'll go with some pink. That's what we're going to do here. Kind of traditional bucktail deceiver. Back for the pop lip. I'm not going too fancy with hackle and stuff. We'll keep this more like a traditional pop lip. Nice and simple and just some bucktail. I've never used the EP fiber like this, so I'm not certain how it's necessarily going to work, but nah, you know, I have all sorts of issues. It's definitely like a pinched nerve sort of thing, but it's because of my scoliosis and stuff. And whatever, mitosis or whatever the hell they call it. It's curved in two separate ways, and it's just, you know how it is. I've had this stuff for years, but it doesn't take much. I've like lifted empty laundry baskets and thrown my back out before, so I just have to be very careful. But it was just I was running around a lot, and I think that had something to do with it. Let's see here. We'll probably do one more collar with mostly pink, and then we'll transition. Now's a good time, though, if I want to add some angel hair or something. You know, we probably can fit one more all-white collar. So let's do that, just kind of sparse, and keep it tight. Because I do want enough material on here to like push some water, you know. We're not using hackle, but I'm using kind of the back end of this nice bucktail. Oh, dude, I should put my phone on the charger. In fact, I might go do that real quick if I end up fishing, but honestly, with my back, I don't know if I even want to stream right now. I just might go down there. A little R&R. I don't know, we'll see. I am going to go throw my phone on the charger. Give me one sec. Let me grab some angel hair, though. I want to put some angel hair on here. Oh, nice. I've got some pink. We could totally use some pink for this. Very nice. And I can kind of take my thumb here and just spread it around on either side, top and bottom, before I tie it down. There we go. Nice, that looks good. Let me go throw my phone on the charger real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second. Oh. Yeah, it's the lower back stuff. It's lower mid back. All right. Hey, Southern Fly Guy. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Appreciate you tuning in. All right. Let's go with some pink bucktail here. All right, gotcha. Well, don't be typing now. I guess if you're stopped, doesn't matter, but... All right, let's tie some pink bucktail on here. Go with the collar of this now. Actually, you know what? We can move it up slightly because this head doesn't need to be massive, so something like this actually would be nice. Gain. Have to do a little less ties to fill the head. We got some pink and white here, kind of, again, the idea is for Weakfish, kind of classic Weakfish colors, but who knows. Talk typing, gotcha. Roger Dodger. Yeah, unfortunately my back's kind of jacked up, so it's a little rough sitting down even right now. But I am tempted to go fishing, but I don't know. I think I'm debating. I should probably just take it easy. Not stress my back out too much, but... Alright. Now we can go ahead and... Oh. You can tell it's bad because it's like almost hard to breathe at times. I probably should not go fishing today. I should just take it easy. Yeah, I've never used this EP fiber for something like this, so we're going to see how this is. Not really certain, but let's see. I guess it kind of feels semi-similar to ram's wool and how it's tied, but I guess we'll see. I'm going to try and taper it slightly so it's a little bit more natural looking. Now normally this is tied much differently when it comes to being tied with ram's wool, but normally you kind of take a big bunch and tie it in there, but we're doing something different. I'm kind of experimenting, so let's see how this goes. I'm going to like fold this back, and I don't know whether to do V-ties or what, but I'm going to do this right here, and then I'm thinking we go V-ties almost. Yeah, I'm thinking V-ties are the way to go. To do something like this. So let's see. Let's try it out. Now we do need a fair bit of material though to build that head up, so I'm not really certain how much material to tie in, so we're just going to have to experiment, I guess, is all. Just going to have to experiment. So this is going to get trimmed, obviously. Again, I don't really know how much to put on here, but we need enough for it to build like a layer when we trim it. So you don't normally V-tie it when you're doing the wool. You tie it like it's deer hair, you know what I mean? But this is, we're doing something different here. We'll see how it goes. We're just going to tie some top and bottom, fold it back, V-tie it, quote unquote. And we just want to spread it on the sides here, like that. You can see the idea here. We're going to essentially just brush it and then trim it, and then essentially coat it in silicone. Eventually is the idea. This last one, I think I'm going to try and tie it actually like ram's wool. Let's see how it works. You could just do this too. We probably should have actually just tried tying it like regular ram's wool, like this, but the reason why I'm doing this here is because I need some room to tie that lip, so. In fact, that may be the way to do it, but you're going to need quite a lot of material, so. So now we take this whip finish and we're going to trim it. I'm just going to brush it. I don't know if the bodkin trick is really going to work that well here. Did I drop my bodkin earlier or what? I think I might have. Oh no, it's right here. I'm always dropping stuff. Yeah, this isn't really like ram's wool. You could try and pick it out, but you don't really need to. Now, there may be a chance we didn't really actually use enough material, but I don't know. We'll see. I may need to use way more material for this, but it may work, honestly. I don't know. Actually, it's not too bad. That's pretty much what we're looking for right there. It's whether or not it's when it's compressed, you know what I mean? Alright, now to tie the lip though, this is going to be interesting. I got to make sure I use enough material here for this. So I might go a little heavy just in case. It's going to be really something like this. Get our thread back on there. Tomahawk missile. Hell yeah. Oh, dude, my back is like... Alright. So, what we're going to do is... You know, I might even go with some more. I really don't want to underdo it, and it's a lot easier to just tie it all in one shot. So, screw it. We can always trim it if we have too much. And again, I don't even know if this material works, but I figured we'd try it. I got it pretty much for free, if you will. Not really, but they were like, oh, grab 10 more bucks because they owed me at the shop. Damn it! What was that? Set up for failure. I didn't even go that hard. Tink. Oh, yeah, I don't... man, I want to go fishing so bad. I don't know if I can, though. My back is absolutely jacked up. So essentially we tie that on there like that, and then we pull it down like this, fold back, and tie in front. And that's how you tie with the ram's wool for the lip, by the way. And again, I don't know if this is going to work with EP fiber, but I'm kind of curious to try it. Now what we do is we trim this, the stuff that was hanging off the backside. We need to trim that. Before we do anything else. You can leave some of it to reinforce it, but we want to trim most of it. I mean, it seems like it might work. It really... Maybe I had to put more material on there. I don't know. We'll see. It all depends. Because the ram's wool is quite fluffy, you know what I mean? Okay. Now what we need to do is kind of get a baseline trim. It's way too long right now, so... essentially square it up is what we do. I'm looking at it like this, and you kind of just take the edges off. So we end up with something like that. It's still a little long and a little big for the head, so I don't want to go too far on either side, but and there you go. We end up with something like this that we can coat with silicone and shape into a lip. And there you go. That's essentially how you do it right there when it comes to tying with the ram's wool and stuff as well. But trimming it shorter is pretty important. Otherwise, when you go to put the silicone on, it'll stick together and get like you'll get really undesirable results with it. So I don't want to over trim it, but right now it's about sticking just below the hook point so we can trim it on the water and stuff and see how it swims. But I'll have to coat this in silicone. But I'm not going to do that right now because that's quite the kerfuffle. And my back's killing me, so. Looks good. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Alright, well, I kind of wanted to go fishing and stuff. And honestly, I wanted to stream for a bit and then go fishing. I was thinking about going fishing right about now, but unfortunately my back is just absolutely killing me. I don't know. We'll see. I might walk down there and fish for a little bit, but once I put the neoprenes on, I got to walk like probably a mile and a half, 2 miles total. It's like, it's a little much. So maybe I should take a break and not screw my back up completely. I don't know. We'll see. I'll try and silicone this off stream, by the way, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll post it in the Discord there, Archer. Give me 1 sec. Let's see if we can... I saw like Point Blank was streaming. Maybe we could throw a raid out to somebody. Hold on. On Twitch. Blank was streaming? One sec. Yeah, Point Blank is streaming. Let's throw a raid out to him. Because we haven't raided him in a while. Excuse me. All right. On Twitch, we're throwing out a raid to our friend Point Blank. He's doing some fly fishing in a stream right now. So thank you so much for hanging out, chat. Appreciate it. All you folks on YouTube, thank you for hanging out. Southern Fly Guy, Gabe's, Daily Market, Milkshake, thank you again. I hope you folks have a awesome night. We may go live for some fishing here. I may not even stream it. We'll see. But if I might go and stretch and walk down there. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I feel like it's a dangerous idea, but hey, Rev, what's going on, dude? The other thing is I don't want to screw my back up because I want to go play some Warhammer tomorrow with Rev. So I don't know. I might go down and fish a little bit though. I'm still tempted. I really want to fish, but my back's saying don't do it. So it's depending on it. But thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. You folks have an awesome night. We're gonna throw a raid out to Point Blank, and then I'll see you guys. So stretch, stay active. Yep. By the way, tomorrow I want to play some Warhammer, so if you're down, Rev, so I'll hit you up, and we'll play. But thank you so much, chat. Appreciate it. You folks have an awesome night. And on Twitch, we're going to raid Point Blank, so I'm going to go downstairs and hop in there and say hello to him. So, all right, chat. We'll see you. Peace. Don't forget ray gun. Okay, I'll bring ray gun, yes. Perfect. I'll bring ray gun. No problem. All right, peace, chat.